Yeah, my work. My regular work, I work in radio. I'm a sports presenter. I present news and I do live interviews on a morning radio news program. So that's my regular work. But I have other projects on the side, and I've been conceptualizing a radio program or a radio segment that involves poetry. I'm very interested in writing and the spoken word literature in general, and I've been thinking about how I can combine poetry with sounds into a radio program, because I think poetry is very difficult to present. It'd be good if I can find some other things to sort of garnish it, turn it into something more complete, or maybe something bigger than itself. So that's something that's been going on in my head, and also experimental music, neoclassical music is also something I've really gotten into lately. So I've been thinking about how I can combine all these things into a radio program. So this has been going on in my head for a long time. As for soundpocket, I've known about soundpocket, I think 2-3 years ago through a friend, and before I didn't know what it was. I just thought the name was very interesting, and I tried looking it up, and I didn't really understand what it was about. And then I discovered, oh, there's a library with different sounds, and so many people apparently have done different activities through this organization. And then it just so happened that I saw there was an event on Facebook. So that, in addition to the radio idea that I've been rolling through in my head, those two things came together, so I decided to join the event. Have I been inspired by the field recordings in the program? I was actually quite inspired from the first day, even before we went out to do the field recordings. I mean, if you talk about inspiration, I felt what Yannick shared was very inspirational. The sounds that he brought to share with us, and his stories, talking about how he came to record those sounds, and the whole social cultural context behind it. I felt that's fascinating, and it's inspirational because I mean I was really impressed with not only his knowledge but his curiosity and the effort that he puts into doing the research and going out and getting those sounds, and just the flat out curiosity, and I think that rubs off on other people, other participants in the event, myself included, because I think doing field recording you have to be curious. I am a very curious person, and yeah, there's a lot of trial and error, trying new things, getting yourself into different corners, different paths that you normally wouldn't go. So I enjoy that process of new discoveries. New discoveries. A concrete example of new discoveries. I actually quite enjoyed one activity that we did, in which our instructors asked us to stuff our ears. So little earplugs, put earplugs in our ears, and we walked around the streets of Sam Shui Po and Sheki Mei. And it's kind of ironic. Of course, I didn't expect to be doing an activity like that, because I thought, hey, we're here to listen, and yet you're asking us to plug our ears. It's like the complete opposite. But it turned out to be a new listening experience, because once my ears were plugged, of course I couldn't hear as clearly. But there was a very unique feeling, like I could really feel the vibration of the sounds around me, even though I didn't get the clear content of the sound. So it actually makes you more aware of your surrounding. And there was also, it felt also kind of lonely, because everyone's listening, going about their things in the city, and here you are with your ears stuffed. And it kind of made me realize that the act of listening can be very solitary. And I like that. I like that I can just go out there and sort of be in my own world, but at the same time being curious about what's happening around me. Because my ears were stuffed, I didn't have to make conversation with others. We can just walk along and do our own thing, and it was quite neat. So yeah, listening can be a very solitary experience, activity.
Okay.